Walk onto any RV dealer lot in America right now and you are looking at acres of inventory that nobody wants. Brand new units, 2025 and 2026 model years, sitting on the gravel for 18 months, 20 months, 2 full seasons in the sun, depreciating $10,000 a quarter while the dealer keeps the lights on by selling service contracts on the units already in driveways. This is not a slow market. This is a graveyard. The post-pandemic RV buying bubble inflated production to the point where Thor and Forest River, the two corporations that own roughly 80% of every brand on every lot, were running their factories on the piece rate pay system. Piecework, paid per unit completed, not per quality standard met. The units they pushed out the door between 2021 and 2023 are now the rotting inventory of 2026. Dealers cannot move them at sticker. They cannot move them at 30% off sticker. They are sitting there because consumers finally wised up. We are auditing 12 specific units that are sitting on lots right now, refusing to sell, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Smash that subscribe button because we are about to save you from some seriously expensive mistakes. And stick around to the end because I'm going to show you the one category of unit that is still moving, still building them right, and still worth your money in 2026. Stop shopping like a victim and start thinking like an auditor. Item 1, Thor Vegas 24.1 Class A. We are starting at the top of the food chain because Thor is the largest RV manufacturer in North America, and the Vegas 24.1 is supposed to be their entry-level Class A, the gateway drug into the gas-powered motorhome lifestyle. Sticker price hovering around $140,000 brand new. Walk onto a lot today. The Vegas 24.1 is sitting there with $30,000 marked off and dealers still cannot move it. Here's the thing, the unit is built on the Ford F53 chassis, which is fine on paper, but Thor's manufacturing tolerance on the body-to-chassis mounting points has been sloppy for 3 model years running. Owners are reporting frame flex within the first 12,000 miles, slide rooms that no longer seal flush, interior cabinetry separating from the wall at the corner seams. Translation, you are buying a $140,000 house built on a body-on-frame mount that was assembled by a worker getting paid per unit, not per torque spec. The Vegas 24.1 is the canary in the coal mine for Thor's quality collapse, and the lots are telling you exactly that. Item 2, Jayco Redhawk 26XD Class C. Jayco used to be the gold standard of mid-tier Class C motorhomes. Family-owned, Indiana-built 2-year warranty when nobody else offered one. Then Thor bought them in 2016 and the piece rate pay system migrated north into the Jayco facilities by 2019. The Redhawk 26XD is the unit that broke owner trust. Subfloor delamination starting around month 14, water intrusion at the main slide-out seal. The seal itself is a vinyl gasket compressed by a hydraulic actuator that, according to multiple independent mechanic reports, is undersized for the slide weight by approximately 15%. Translation, the slide pushes harder than the seal can compress, water gets in, the OSB subfloor swells, and within 2 seasons the floor under the dinette has the structural integrity of a wet cardboard box. Sticker is around $110,000. Lots are sitting on units from 2023 model year that have not moved in 18 months. There is a reason. Item 3, Forest River Wildwood Xlite. Now we get into the towables. The Wildwood Xlite is positioned as this affordable family travel trailer, under $30,000 new, which sounds like a deal until you look at what is holding it together. The interior wall material is Luan. If you have not heard the term, Luan is a thin laminate wood panel. Essentially decorative cardboard with a vinyl print on the front to look like wood grain. It is used by every value tier RV builder because it weighs almost nothing and costs almost nothing. The problem is that it absorbs moisture, separates from the underlying foam core within 18 months, and once it goes, the wall is structurally compromised. Translation, you bought a trailer with walls held together by hope and self-tapping screws, and the wallboard itself has the lifespan of a 3-year-old textbook. Forest River pushed these out by the tens of thousands during the bubble. The lots are full of them. And if you are finding this breakdown useful, hit the like button. It really helps the channel cut through the noise. Item 4 of Coachmen Freelander 22X. G Coachmen is a Forest River sub-brand, and the Freelander 22XG is their entry-level Class C on the Ford EF350 chassis. Marketed to first-time buyers, priced at approximately $95,000 new. The unit-specific failure mode is the HVAC system. Coachmen specs a 13,500 BTU rooftop air conditioner on a unit with this much interior volume, which is roughly 20% undersized for the cubic footage once you account for the overcab sleeping area. The result, the AC runs continuously in summer, never reaches set temperature, and the constant condensation cycle saturates the headliner insulation. By month 18, owners are reporting visible mold patterns on the interior ceiling near the AC return. The fix is a full headliner removal and insulation replacement, approximately $4,000 in labor. Translation: Coachmen saved $60 on a properly sized AC unit and shifted $4,000 of repair costs onto you. Item 5. Winnebago Voyage 303 3BH. This one stings because Winnebago has a reputation. The Voyage 303 3BH is supposed to be the family-friendly bunkhouse fifth wheel, around $75,000 new. The brand name carries weight. The current product does not match the reputation. The Voyage's specific failure is frame torsion under load. The frame is rated for the unit's dry weight plus a margin. But once you load water tanks, propane, gear, and a family of 4, the frame flexes at the kingpin junction during turns. That flex transfers stress to the front cap, which is bonded fiberglass over wood substrate. The bonding fails. The cap separates. Translation: the trailer was engineered for the brochure photo, not for the family camping trip with a full water tank. The lots have these from 2023 and 2024 model years sitting unsold. Dealers will not even put them in the front row anymore. If this is already saving you from a headache, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Item 6. Heartland Mallard M27. Heartland is Thor owned. The Mallard M27 is a mid-sized travel trailer priced around $42,000 new. The unit has been the subject of 3 separate axle alignment recalls since 2022. Recalls, not service campaigns, meaning NHTSA mandated the fix. When axles are misaligned from the factory, the trailer pulls to one side under tow. Tires wear unevenly and need replacement at 15,000 miles instead of 40,000. Wheel bearings overheat. In severe cases, the misalignment stresses the frame mounting points and creates the exact frame flex we covered on the Winnebago. Translation: Heartland sent units out the door with axles that were not properly squared to the frame, and they did it often enough that the federal government had to step in 3 separate times. The current 2026 model year units on lots are theoretically corrected. The owners who bought 2022 and 2023 Mallards already know what their RV cost them in tires. And item 7, Keystone Hideout. Keystone Hideout 178 LHS. Keystone is also Thor owned, and the Hideout 178 LHS is their ultra-light single-axle travel trailer priced under $25,000. It is marketed to first-time buyers and small SUV tow vehicles. It is also built almost entirely out of Luan, the same wallboard as the Wildwood Xlite, but with thinner gauge wall studs to save weight. The cabinetry is staple mounted directly into the Luan wall, which means the cabinets pull away from the wall under road vibration within the first season. Owners are reporting cabinet doors that no longer close, hinge anchors stripped clean out of the wall material, and the cabinet face frames separating from the side panels. Translation: Keystone built a trailer with structural elements stapled into laminated cardboard, and the road did exactly what physics said it would do. Sticker is low, the repair bill catches. Up fast. Item 8 is Forest River Cherokee Greywolf, 26 dBH. The Cherokee Greywolf is a popular bunkhouse travel trailer priced around $35,000 new. It has been a volume seller for Forest River for a decade. The current product is a mechanical disaster. The specific failure is the slide-out hydraulic system. Forest River switched suppliers on the hydraulic actuators in 2022, moving from a domestic supplier to a lower-cost overseas component to protect margins during the post-pandemic supply crunch. The replacement actuators are not built to the same pressure tolerance as the originals. The result: slide rooms that bind to an extension, fluid leaks at the actuator seal, and in some cases complete failure to extend or retract. A failed slide actuator on this unit runs approximately $1,800 in parts plus another $1,200 in labor, and the warranty fight to get it covered has become its own internet horror story. The translation: Forest River shaved supplier costs on a critical mechanical component, and the owners are funding the difference. Item 9, Dutchmen Aspen Trail L. Dutchmen is a Keystone sub-brand, which is a Thor sub-brand. So we are now 3 corporate layers deep into the same parent company. The Aspen Trail LE is positioned as the affordable family trailer, around $28,000 new. The failure mode is the gray tank. Dutchmen uses a thin-walled polyethylene tank assembly with the drain fittings molded into the tank itself. Under freeze-thaw cycling, or even one winter in a region with overnight freezes, the molded fittings develop hairline cracks. The cracks leak gray water into the underbelly insulation, which then mildews, rots the floor support, and compromises the structural integrity of the slide-out flooring. Translation: the tank that holds your dishwater is engineered with the durability of a 5-gallon plastic bucket, and one cold snap turns your trailer's underbelly into a moldy sponge. These units are sitting on lots because the word got out. Item 10, Crossroads Volante 32. And B. Crossroads is a Thor sub-brand making fifth wheels in the $55,000 to $70,000 range. The Volante 32 SB is their volume seller, and the volume is now sitting unsold. The specific failure is the roof membrane. Crossroads spec'd a single-ply TPO roof membrane that, on units manufactured between 2021 and 2023, was laid down with insufficient adhesive coverage at the seams. Owners are reporting membrane separation around the air conditioner mounting curb, around the front cap junction, and at the rear corners, exactly the high-stress flex zones. A separated roof membrane lets water in. Once water gets into the roof structure on a fifth wheel, the repair bill starts at $8,000 and climbs from there depending on how far the rot has spread into the truss system. Translation: Crossroads built a roof that was supposed to last 15 years and is failing in 3. Item 11, Thor 4 Wins 31. E back to Thor's own brand Class C lineup. The 4 Wins 31E is built on the Ford E450 chassis, sticker around $120,000 new, and the lot situation on these is brutal. 2023 model year units sitting unsold into 2026, with dealers offering $40,000 discounts that still are not closing deals. The issue is the engine derate. The E450 chassis paired with the Triton V10 or the newer 7.3-liter gas V8 has a documented derate problem under sustained load. The engine cuts power output to protect itself from overheating. On a fully loaded Class C and mountain driving, the derate kicks in, the unit slows to 40 miles per hour on a grade, and the transmission hunts gears looking for a power band that is no longer there. This is a chassis and build interaction issue. Thor specs the chassis for the dry weight of the coach, but the practical real-world weight with passengers, fuel, water, and gear is usually within 5% of the gross vehicle weight rating. There is no margin. The engine knows it. Translation: Thor built a $120,000 motorhome that struggles to climb a grade with the family inside. Item 12, Forest River Salem FSX 174BHLE. The final unit on the list is the cheapest. Forest River's Salem FSX 174BHLE is positioned at the absolute floor of the towable market, under $22,000 new, designed to be towed by a midsize SUV. The construction reflects the price: Lewin walls, oriented strand board subflooring at minimum thickness, and an axle assembly that has been the subject of a service campaign for premature bearing wear. The subfloor is the specific issue. Forest River uses 3/8-inch OSB in this unit, where the industry minimum for travel trailer flooring should be 1/2 inch. The thinner flooring flexes under foot traffic. The flex stresses the staple connections to the frame rail, and within 2 seasons the floor squeaks and bounces. Translation: Forest River saved approximately $100 per unit on subfloor material and shipped a trailer with a floor that fails physics. The lots are full. The buyers know. Here is the state of the RV market in 2026. The 2 corporations that own most of the brands on the lot, Thor and Forest River, pushed production through 2021, 2022, and 2023 at a pace that prioritized unit count over build quality. The piece rate pay piecework system rewarded speed. The supply chain crunch incentivized cheaper components. The pandemic buying frenzy meant they could sell whatever they built. That window has closed. The units they built during the frenzy are now the rotting inventory of 2026, and the consumer market has finally figured out what is inside the walls. Here is your action plan. 4 specific takeaways. 1. Never buy a model year that was manufactured during the 2021 to 2023 production peak without a full pre-purchase inspection by an RV mechanic who is not affiliated with the dealer. The build quality on those units is the worst in modern RV history, and the discount the dealer is offering is not large enough to cover the repair bill that is coming. 2. Read the wall material on the spec sheet. If it says Luan, walk away. If it says Asdel composite or structural aluminum framing, the unit was built by people who cared about the second owner. The material spec is the single fastest filter you can apply. 3. Avoid every brand under the Thor and Forest River corporate umbrellas for entry-level and mid-tier purchases. That includes Jayco, Keystone, Dutchmen, Heartland, Crossroads, Coachmen, and the Forest River sub-brands. The corporate culture pushes piece rate pay down to the factory floor across all of them. 4. Look at independent factory direct manufacturers: Northwood, Casita, Oliver, Bigfoot, Lance. The build quality is in a different category. The price is higher up front. The total cost of ownership over 10 years is dramatically lower because the unit does not fall apart. The brands rotting on lots in 2026 are telling you exactly what the consumer market thinks of them. Stop shopping like a victim and start thinking like an auditor. Let me know in the comments which brand on this list surprised you the most. And if you want to make smarter choices, subscribe and hit the bell. I will see you in the next one.